Okay, so what we have here are two DV9000 motherboards. Of course, this one's an AMD. You can tell by the X-shaped clamp for the heatsink and the Y-shaped yoke there for that heatsink. This one's an actual Intel one. You can tell because that one's Y-shaped there, and it's just got a single bar that goes across. So what we're going to do is take these apart and reheat them, see what happens. But interesting thing to keep in mind, if you can't see underneath there, actually it's right there. See that large pad? That's copper shims. So what we're going to do is take those copper shims out and go from there. It's actually on both of them. So that one has copper shim also, and you can see it right there on the corner. So what we're going to do is break these down and go from there and see what happens with the reflow. Hopefully the copper hasn't messed it up, but we'll be able to tell here in a minute. Just a small note before we move on here. We've actually taken the heatsink off of these systems here, and both of them have a coprocessor for the discrete video that's over here that runs the VRAM. One thing we notice on the heat sinks, there is no thermal compound. No thermal compound on the processors, nothing on the heat sinks. That's just a bare chip. There's no thermal compound there. Nothing here. But another point is that this isn't actually the chipset that runs the video. This is not a video chipset. So putting copper on this is really not going to help you anyways, because your video is right here. So booting that is not going to do anything to actually fix your laptop or keep it from overheating. Another point, want to look at this, see how nice and orange this is. Even this is nice and orange. That discoloration that happens to be right there on that shim, that small square, is actually the size of that. So that's actually where the chipset got so hot that it started to heat and discolor and actually blister the copper shim there. So direct chip to chip, chip to shim contact, this could very well have made this system fail. And what happens is this right here will heat up and flex, and through the flexing, what it causes is this to actually touch here. And if we can't tell right here, this is actually physically touching the capacitors right there from when it's been wrenched down and done. We have it actually resting completely on top of the capacitors there. So that could have caused damage to that chip. We'll have to go from there and see what happens. But this one right here, you know, severe problems with this shims. Not a very good idea. This one right here, doesn't appear to be. Nothing appears to be done to that. So we'll go from there and see what happens. So now we're done reheating them, and we've changed these out and put new thermal compound on them. And what we'll do is let them cool down and then go from there to pretty much testing them out and see what happens. But for right now, everything's set. We'll just let them cool down, and it'll take probably 15-20 minutes, and then we'll go from there. So now we're going to turn our systems on and see if they boot up and where they go as we start our burn-in. So the first one starts up. Let's see if video's back on it. And we have video. So this is the Intel model. operating system not found, and that says that it works. So now we'll move to our next one, which is the AMD system. So we'll plug everything in for this and hook the video up to it and see if it starts up. That's the one that we're truly concerned about as far as the video display and whether the copper shim actually damaged it or not. So we push the power button, turns on. We have the fans, so let's see if the video syncs with it. Video does sync. So there was apparently nothing done by the copper shim except for overheating the solder at this current moment. So what we're going to do is put them in diagnostics mode and run them for our burn-ins separately, and then go from there and see what happens.